your woman radio WFM 91.7. I hope that your day is starting up well. You're feeling great. And of course, you're enjoying the Thursday. Because this week now don't pass. Next week we might just be having. I think yeah, by next week now public holiday could just they fly up and down. But hey, welcome to HerLens right here on Women Radio, Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Yes, my name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and I'm excited to be with you this morning once again, where we get to talk about topical issues with ladies from different geopolitical zones. Okay, right here on Women Radio. So yeah, this morning I have Buki Femi Adola. Good morning, Buki. How are you today?
Yes, Buki is doing great, and I want to thank God for that. And yeah, I'm doing great, great. So, how is everyone? Alan's family, and you too. I mean, we need to also find out from you how are you doing as well, because
Well, I'm okay. I'm okay.
yes, you don't have a choice.
I'm
you just
okay.
you have to come from the positive energy
Yes,
drive.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
If you notice, right
Yes,
from
because I
Monday,
think
I've been in the
yes.
office. Not well,
Mm.
yeah, there are some meetings, and all, but I've been in the office. A big major reason why is because I don't have lights. That's why I'm here since Monday.
Yeah, I got a gist yesterday. One of the what program was I listening to yesterday? And it got me thinking that we just talked about some reforms that can come in short term. Probably some offices can actually request their staff, to work remotely and all that as one of the alternatives, just to help with what is going on. And the lady said, "Do you know that that there was a particular company? She didn't mention the name of the company. This, they brought out, the reforms in their own sector that you can actually work remotely, maybe 2 or 3 days in a week and all that. And some of the staff actually said, no, we want to be coming every day. Why? Because that is the time I used to charge my rechargeable lamp. That's the time I used to charge my phone." And it was like,
Yeah, I brought my
wow.
power and my torch to charge.
Like it's when they come to work that they use that opportunity to charge all their rechargeables and their power banks. It was funny, but honestly, it just brings the reality that hey,
Ah,
something has to be done. I mean, is it Filipino that talked
yeah,
about
yes,
emergency?
yes.
Yeah, it has to be done. Everything revolves around power, light, energy, and it's a whole lot. Mm. But it's well. We keep faith to all our listeners and family members. We keep faith, and it's always good to be positive thinking so that you don't crunch under the weight of traumatization. Don't get depressed. Walk through
It's
it.
true. What you say, let's be positive. Even myself, I know I'm guilty of saying it, but sometimes is it not tiring where you just feel that, well, is it every day be positive, positive? What if the positive is not even coming together?
Look for the good within it.
Ah,
Look for
so
the
is that
good
not what
within
makes
it.
us just sit down and accept a lot of things
No,
and
but
we
we're not
always just
accepting.
try to
Oh no,
manage
no. We're not accepting.
and they call us resilient people. Meanwhile,
No, no,
maybe
no, 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 no. We are putting faith that the situation will change. But while in it, you are looking out for the best opportunities that you are safe and you are sane, you are thinking right. For instance, yes, um, let me be practical. From morning till night, there is no light, there is no this, there is no that. Okay, there are two options for you. You can get depressed. And when you get to that point, everything is irritating you. You are spilling the beans everywhere. What do I mean by that? That you are angry and you are just angry with everybody. Why? Because there is no light from morning till night. Your food is getting rotten in the this thing and all that. The other side that I'm talking about is the fact that okay, well, yes, we are going through this, but What should I do now? Okay, whatever is in the freezer that is getting spoiled, can I start frying it? Right? Okay, fine. Then, of course, what are the things I need to do with light? Okay, if I don't have money to buy fuel, right? I don't have money to buy fuel. What are the other things that I can do? Can I move out to somebody who has lights? You know, look for something and just be joyful. And if you don't have anything to do outside or whatever it is, stay outside and enjoy the fresh air, and listen to songs, tell stories, bond with your family. I'm only saying that create that atmosphere that will make you to be positive. I know somebody will say that when it comes to business, what do you do? It is the same mindset. Just have that productive mindset, have that positive mindset that, okay, in it. I'm not saying that these things will happen, the light will come on, blah, blah, blah. But we have faith that something will work out. And when you have that mindset, you are able to think through, to see all the things. For instance, there was a particular day, I think I mentioned it. We had exhausted the energy in the solar, in the inverter rather. Everything was down. I think my husband went to go and buy fuel. He didn't come back on time, and all that. And at a point, it was like I was getting upset and all that. I said, Bukola, what is your problem? Why don't you just shut down and go and rest for 1 hour? At least calm yourself down, and I still had a little bit of whatever in my phone. So I just laid down and I was watching. I don't even know what I was watching. That I mean, if I knew what was happening, I slept off and I woke up maybe after an hour after, and I was refreshed. And I said, okay, what should I need to do now? And there were some other things I can do without light, and I started doing it. I just wanted to be productive. And at the end of the day, I found out that, oh, I actually did it. But if there was light, I would not have even done all those things that I needed to do that didn't have light, because I had to write a whole lot of things, frame
Hmm.
up a whole lot of things and all that. And I enjoyed the day. So that's what I'm saying. Rather than me getting upset, angry, I will spill it on my husband, spill it on everybody. And at the end of the day, I will produce some hormones in my body that I will be sad. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I hope I'm able to make it clear to people.
Yeah. All right. I just hope that we understand the we understand that I'm trying to look for maybe giving ourselves peace or allowing ourselves to feel peace from within. That could actually help us because that's just what book is saying. With all of the situations going on around us, all of the problems that Nigeria is facing, and we're just in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Let's try to find how to be peaceful inside
To be peaceful,
because
to be calm
with
inside.
time inside because
Just
from there you can actually find solutions.
yes, it
Yeah.
it will definitely come. It might not be what you expect, but
Mm,
it will come.
true. That's what I'm just getting from Buki. All right. I hope that all of us are getting that too. Okay, you can be a part of the program by dialing 07000 or 09155 Let's do what to send WhatsApp messages to 070 or 08155 All right, let's head on. Be like Dami and Buki today go carry on this morning. Okay, so let's head on because I mean going through it, I just find it that okay, this is the move in the right direction, but are we then again, are we still going to go ahead and achieve all of these things? A report on the Punch newspaper before we even come back to the light issue and look at some other things there. The Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, came out to say that the federal government has approved the disbursements of 32 billion naira. Get me right, though, 32 billion naira to health facilities under the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, following deliberations at the Ministerial Oversight Committee meeting. Now, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare said this, at a quarterly meeting held to review the progress being made in the health sector under President Bola Tinubu boost health sector renewal investment initiative. He explained that the committee reviewed performance in primary health, including utilization, mortality indicators, immunization coverage, and noted that funds being released through the BHCPF were already reaching facilities. So he's saying that a lot of these funds were already reaching different facilities. Okay, so now what actually got me, interested in this was I'm just trying to get that part of it where he talked about ambulances, and then he talked about women who need to have emergency services, and all of that. So he says that the minister said the committee also reviewed tariffs for emergency ambulance services and agreed to increase the rates to encourage both public and private providers to respond more effectively. All right. And before that, he said that we're on our way to expanding the facilities to add 5,000 more that will be receiving direct facility financing. All right. So this is about the primary healthcare. And then it also goes down to say that it is important to note that the reimbursement of complications of obstetric deliveries appears to be doing very well. More than 40,000 women have had emergency services reimbursed, and that has made it affordable for them and their families, he said. According to him, the decision by President Tinubu to make treatment for emergency obstetric complications free was already saving lives. So this was, about the lives of women. Now, okay, he further disclosed that free fistula treatment program has had reached more than 4,000 women. He also goes on to say that on disease outbreaks, but they said Nigeria continues to record multiple outbreaks every year. Most are contained early through surveillance, rapid response, and all of that. So he just goes on to say a lot of the things that they were doing as regards to women. He also announced that more than 102 children where million children, 102 million children were reached during the integrated measles and rubella campaign conducted last year. So you can see that a lot of activities are going on, when it comes to the health, sector there. But then again, Buki, with all of these things that are going on, how come, you know, an average Nigerian will sit down and look at the health sector and is maybe not seeing or feeling all of this impact? I don't know if you understand where I'm heading to, because it could be so all of these numbers that you're mentioning, um it could be maybe rural women, it could be maybe in a particular uh, place or a particular state or so. There was no breakdown of all of that. All we know that, oh, free fistula program is reaching more than 4,000 women, and all of these initiatives that have been done under the health sector and the primary health care
Mm,
itself,
mm.
being touched with this money. So my own is, are we seeing, like, are we readily seeing it? So if maybe you're listening to me or to us this morning and you have seen this happening, you know of a woman or you know of somebody who has received this free fistula program or who has benefited from this, please call in and let us know. Okay. If your primary health care facility has been renovated or more drugs has been supplied where you are, please let us know. Let's know that this thing is reaching you. All right, just for accountability purposes. Let us even know that, okay, all of this is actually true, because it's one thing to see on paper and it's one thing to actually see it, being done. So I'm just saying that an average, Nigerian might not even see all of these things or might not be affected by all of these things. So therefore, as far as an average Nigerian is concerned, our health sector is not just working, or it's not, because if I get up today now, go to primary healthcare and there's no drug, or go to primary healthcare and there's nobody to attend to me, as far as I'm concerned, it no work. But somebody else will go to their own primary health care center and is working out for them. Everything is going on fine. So how do we get to balance all of this? Because when you go through it, you will think, oh wow, wow, the government is doing well, government is doing well. But if you go to the streets, an average Nigerian cannot tell you that this is what he or she is able to access when he or she goes to the hospital, maybe federal hospital, maybe state hospital, or even a primary health care.
Okay, so we're talking about the primary healthcare. So let's not go to state, let's not go to federal. So we can only talk about the primary healthcare. I know that a whole lot of reforms are going in there. But one thing that I want to say is that yes, they can come in and come and tell us their scorecards, but it is the community, the people that they are serving, that
Mm,
will say, yes, you have passed. And I like what they have done, even concerning this 32.9 billion release of funds. They are disbursing it directly, to the primary healthcare facilities account. And they have said that they expect the community, right, to monitor things. It's very clear what they expect them to do with this money, upgrade, and then, of course, give medical supplies, to that, at least to inject that. For me, it's more of, okay, they are doing something. Let us begin to monitor. The next thing I want to see is clicking the portal, looking at all the primary healthcare facilities that they have disbursed the money to, when they disbursed it. And I also want to believe that they are also coming from an angle of accountability. You will have to submit. They gave you X amount of money. What did you do with it? Right? And they can actually confirm. So even if you used it to upgrade your facility, okay,
mm,
at what rate? Because now there is money. So you don't even have to begin to say, oh, because they're not going to pay you. That was why you added finance cost to it. So it's an issue of, okay, quote, what is the policy around, procurement, right? So are you checking out one or two or three quotes? Then in terms of the medical supplies, where did you get them from? How did you disburse them? It's a whole lot that will go into it. I only hope they are looking at that as well. And then, of course, constant monitoring. And I also want to believe that even the community that they have disbursed this to, they should actually put it, if they have to put a placard there in front of the community or a billboard, this was disbursed to this thing for this and this and this and this and this. If you have remarks or responses or whatever it is, please call this number. So that even the community will say, but they gave you money. I came here. You are supposed to give me, like we're talking, refund, whatever it is. I don't know what the money covers, this particular one covers, or maybe basic things like gauze, gloves, and all that. And they're still telling you to go and buy. You can make a complaint and say, "Abo, I went to this, so they're still telling me that I should pay money for this and pay money for that and pay for that." So this time around that we've been talking about accountability, let us know where those primary health centers are, and let the community be aware, because at times you can disburse money and the community is not aware of it. And let the community be aware that we have done this and it's for this and this and this. Let them now hold, you know, the stakeholders, maybe it's the medical, whatever, of the primary healthcare, or whatever it is, let them now hold them, even also, even the local chairman, because they also have to begin to look at it. More often than not, because of our past experiences, we say, as the money comes, they'll just share it into three. This one goes to this, this one goes to that. Is the 1/3 that they're going to use for things. And even that 1/3, before you know what is happening, that 1/3, it will be 1/3 of that 1/3 that will be used to do things. But let's give it a chance, since they have said this is the way it goes. I have said one or two things. And to be honest, yes, it is because investigative journalism is not yet that buoyant, as we talk. But it's getting better. I want to believe that people who are doing that now because of what they have said, they will now go there and begin to check. And like Rosa said, that if you're a beneficiary, even if you want to be anonymous or whatever it is, you don't want the names, though it would have been lovely, so that we can give credit to whom credit is due. That yes, in this primary healthcare, I mean, I went through surgery, I went through this, and this was refunded. And you also tell us the process. Did you have to bribe your way through it? What was the process like? What I want, just for us to know that yes, what the government is saying is correct. But I want to
Mhm.
give it to them. I did a bit of reports and things like that, and honestly, they're doing a lot. But is that a lot what we expect? Obviously, no. But at least there is progress. I know this came from the reforms of last year when they said, you know what, this healthcare thing we really know, and I'm happy that they're disbursing. The 32.9 billion can look like big, but by the time
They break
they
it down.
disburse,
Yeah.
you understand, you find out that for a primary healthcare center, because you know where they are coming from, they don't have facilities, medical supplies are very low. You understand? You get into a primary healthcare center, there's no water. Probably some of it will even be used for solar. You understand? Because I don't expect them to start warning gen and all that on that. You understand? So by the time we really look at it, just find out that, hey, this money is not enough. But even if it's not enough, can we be accountable? And this will also show the head, the person who is actually in charge of that money. We can actually compare. Honestly, I would love to do that, to compare, because it will now show the quality of the leader, that you got X amount, and this person also got X amount. What did you do with it? It will show who. These are the things that we must begin to demand for. And then from there, we will now know that, oh, you are accountable. We don't want you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Buki, for giving us your thoughts on this and how far this could actually go. So it's just about at the end of the day, um,
Your mic
being
is
a.
muted, oh.
Can you hear me? Hi, Buki.
It's still muted.
Yeah. All right. This is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. So let's just get this checked out because I mean it's all good here. There's nothing. Call. Let's try to check this out. Anyway, let's pick this call first. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Daniel.
Yeah, Albert is my name, calling from Ikorodu.
All right, Albert, you're
Uh,
very
Rose,
much.
can you hear me? Your mic is
well,
muted.
yes, I can hear you. Is it-
Go ahead,
Can you hear me?
please.
I can hear you
Yes.
clearly.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
can, I can hear you. Okay.
Bunaba, can you hear me?
Speak on that. I can hear you.
Maybe it's from their
I
end.
want to talk about the light issue in Nigeria. Hello?
Go ahead, Albert. Go ahead. Oh. All right, we missed that call. Do you want to call us back? I could hear you clearly. We just have a little bit of network issues going on with the ladies here, but we'll definitely try to sort that out. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Albert is my name, calling from Ikorodu.
You're very
On
much welcome.
the on the light on the issue, on this light issue, I suspect that there's something they don't want us to know about the light issue. If you this issue of light, I know that we generate this light in our own country. I've been to dams where this light is being generated. I was able to ask one of the NEPA officials, why is it that they don't used to have like just telling me that you see this power plant that is here, they don't used to off it, that they strike day and night on it. And if you don't go under the power line and see how the thing is vibrating, where is that like being and they're telling us that each time a power plant collapse, that's about $25 million is this used to fix it back. So for us to know that something's going on somewhere now, what we do, we can see that they don't want to tell the truth about this life issue when they have the right in this country. Let them be the needful. It's affecting business. Small business in the area is affecting it. The tailors are there, the cobblers are there, all these people are there. All these people, they are there, they make it to this life. Who then give us this light? You know the rocket science now. Who can generate light? Water can generate, and we have all these things. If you want to build more dams, we have land for it. They don't have a nice thing.
All right, thank you very much, Albert, for calling. Buki, can you hear me now? Ibinabo, can you hear me? Okay, fine. Buki, how about you? Can you hear me? Buki? I'm not sure Buki can hear me. But anyway, um, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and this is the program HerLens, and it's about 26 minutes to 10 right here on Women Radio. So yeah, we'll just get into the light issue. I just wanted just to touch on the PHC, the money going into PHCs, and let's hopefully we get to see all of that being utilized and the PHCs, change for the better, because at the end of the day, that's where we have, communities going to get all of their health needs. All right. So, Ibinabo, good morning. Once again, you are welcome to Highlands. How have you been?
Yeah, good morning, Littles. Good morning, Boki. Good morning to all our listeners. It's great to be here. Ah, what do you say? Everywhere hot. Everywhere hot. Heat won't buy man or make help us.
It's not funny, self, Ibinabo, honestly. It didn't just get a CV. It just get a CV. But anyway, Buki has touched on, the federal government and the money released to healthcare facilities. And because of our time, we'll just leave it at that and head on straight to, the light.
Even about does she think we are hearing?
Ibn Abo can hear me. Oh. I think it's from you. Maybe you can just log out and come back again. I don't know.
Hear the two of you. I can hear Boki. I can hear Rose.
Hmm. Okay, maybe Ibn Abo tell her to log out and come back again because I'm not sure she can hear me.
Boki,
All right.
you
So
can hear me.
while we're trying to sort all of that out, we will just try to see how we can make all of this work out. Okay, so now Buki has mentioned a lot, when it comes to what we talked about earlier, the money going to PHC. So let's head on to the light issue, and then if we're able to manage our time well, then Ibn Abel, you give us your thoughts on yesterday, the issue we talked about yesterday when they here, because I go on here until you go talk about that one. But first off, the lights. Buki Alpha, are we good now? Buki, no, if you still hear me. Oh. Okay. Um, so the issue we saw when the Minister of Power came out to Nigerians to apologize for the power outage that we're all experiencing in these heats, in the midst of the heat, the power outage that we're experiencing. So he comes out and he's apologizing, for all of it, and then he's saying that okay, um and that the discos blame the decline in power supply to limited gas supply to the terminal power plants. He said this at a press conference while acknowledging the impact this outage is having on individuals, businesses, and all of that. But he said that, well, the federal government is doing all it can to see that, they get to restore stable power supply to everyone in the country. And he was saying that, okay, give us, some few days, or rather give us about 2 weeks, and all of this would be, be gone. So gas will be supplied, and, repairs of critical infrastructure will definitely be going on. Now, Ibinabo, a lot is going on. As it is, I don't know, this one, Sha, is something I came across, all in looking at what is going on as regards to power. This particular lady comes out to say that she called the local distribution company in Agungi to ask what the issue was, that they were not having lights. And the response they gave her was that it's better she go and switch to solar, that there's nothing they can do. All right. So now, as it is, and we let's not forget that our also rock self don't cuckoo switch to solar. Now, businesses are suffering. People are suffering. You find children who cannot sleep well so that they can go to school the next day. See me now, I'm not supposed to be coming to work every day, work from home. But waiting I want cuckoo use work from home. Fuel is expensive. Transportation, it don't high, and then I have to come to work. Now, if I want to buy power bank, you don't want to go high. If I say I want to go and buy solar fan, that one save when money when person wants the money buy that one. Even if you now happen to buy it at the end of the day, you probably find out that because of this period, the price of that one go not increase. So which way we did like this? And this apology that is coming, is it is it a genuine one? Are we going to see that after these 2 weeks that you're saying we should give you, are we going to go back to having stable power supply? Because at the end of the day, Albert just called and he's, bringing his own thoughts to this and some of the things that he found out. I don't know if you heard the call. Ibinabo, when he was, he was saying that, oh, he asked around and they told him that there's, and they got to understand that there's actually power, but they don't just want to give us, and all of that. So there's just a lot of talk, on the ground going on, and knowing fully well that we Nigerians, Nigeria as a country, was supplying lights to other people. I mean, when did Ghana start? That Ghana now have lights. At some point, we were supplying lights to Ghana. I don't know if we still do, but for Togo of recent, they were saying they even wanted more of our, power that we get to give them. So what exactly is going on? This is 2026. We cannot boast of good power supply. We cannot boast of, a good health system. We cannot boast of water. We cannot boast of good schools in our education. So what exactly? Where, I don't know, Ibinabo, just please help us make sense, because the heat it dey touch everybody. This lack of light it dey spoil plenty things. Before, you can buy small food keep, you go manage am, but now you're thinking how to do all of this. And let's not forget, a lot of women will probably have to go to work, come back, and not have to be cooking every day because you cannot store food.
Okay, well, thank you, Ross. The question I've been asking myself all morning is, when are we going to roll up our sleeves and bring a desired solution to all our problems? Because you see, this is a country where I've never seen a country where leaders give so much excuse that you can't begin to fathom what the problems are. Now we are talking about power supply. I listened to the Minister for Power, and he was talking about how they did excellently well in 2025. And I said, okay, I'm not even beginning to, I clearly disagree with him. The fact that you did slightly better than you did in 2024 does not mean that you did well. So they should stop making that as a yardstick for great performance. No, I disagree completely. And people are tired. They have run out of steam. Have you been to some places? Have you seen people's skin? Because of heat. Yes, we know we live in this region. We're not living in Europe or temperate region where they have this thing. They have cold, they have summer, winter and all of that. We live in Africa. Africa generally, the sub-Saharan Africa, our temperature, they hot, they high, they hot, they high. So where are the excuses coming from? The question that we should be asking our leaders is one major question. When you come out to make promises, because election is around the corner. By this time next year, we are done and dusted with election. Those who know they are staying, those who are living know they are living. By this time in 2027. And very soon the window of campaign will open, and then they begin to make promises that they can never fulfill in the next 100 years. Because the question is, what are the basis of your promises? Because I remember the last election, the promises were many, and one of which was supply of electricity will be constant. And we are getting it even worse than before the promise was made. So that calls one to begin to wonder, when politicians come to make promises, where are they drawing these things from? Are they saying it just to make us vote for them, or they are saying it because they have solution? Because I don't see it. I don't see any solution. Whatever it is that is the problem has always been what we would need to supply electricity. That is what the system they have put on ground for us. That is the system they are running. So why is this strange? Why should we have, you see, to an average man, like Albert said, to an average man, Nigeria is an oil production.
Yeah.
So when an oil producing nation is crying about the supply of gas, it sounds very, very odd. When an oil producing nation is having issues with the pump price of PMS, it's crazy, because you begin to ask yourself, with all of this suffering, then why the jubilation for discovery of oil, of petroleum? Is it a blessing or a curse? That is the question we should be. Because they are very like, if we didn't have petroleum and other mineral resources, how will we survive? Because all the benefits, all the advantages that we're supposed to enjoy as an oil producing nation, they're not there. And we have people who are ready to come and defend. I don't know who said the message. Defend. No, have you been to this country? Do you know how much they sell their pump? Do you know what the cost of pump price is in this country? What is your business? We are talking about a country that is oil producing. That is, I'm talking in a layman's understanding. So we need the government to be clear. Now, the Minister for Power came to tell us that, okay, in a few, did he say 2 weeks or few weeks?
It's few weeks old, I said. Well, a lot of people has carried 2 weeks though.
Those are promises made with equivocation, so that nobody holds you accountable. Because few weeks, see, in a year we have 52 weeks. Please, 52 weeks can mean few weeks, because you have not attached any number to that few. So you can't hold him accountable for not doing what he has said. You come and say few weeks. The few weeks are there few weeks in terms of 4 weeks, in terms of 10 weeks, in terms of 20 weeks or 30 weeks. At this point in our life in this country, we are sick and tired of promises made with equivocation. Be clear-cut, be open, be direct. Wait throughout this year, that's how it will be. Maybe one more. We will know for our mind, say that's how we go suffer for the rest of the remaining 9 months. Or in 2 months, in 4 weeks. So what are they going to do differently from what they are doing now? That is saying in a few weeks' time. That is hiding under excuses, because if somebody calls him out to say, you said a few, I said a few weeks. I didn't say 2 weeks. I didn't say 10 weeks. I said a few weeks. A few weeks could be 10, 40 weeks, because few are few. So please, in this country, we seem to, we have a lot of problems. We know that these are the problems on ground. We come up and make promises, and then we go to bed and sleep over it and not do anything. Because if they are doing anything, we're not seeing it. If you enroll a child in a school, Rose, and this child comes home with a very poor result, and the child says, I've been studying so hard, I've been trying, you feel like hitting this child, or you feel like, get out of my sight. Please leave my sight before I do something that I will regret. You have been studying so hard. Where is the result of your hard work? You can't see it. So when there are no results, nobody wants to believe that you're working. That is the truth of the matter. Your work should end with good results. If it doesn't come up with good results, nobody believes you're working. So you see, we are killing the economy. How do you revamp an economy by killing it? How do you revamp an economy by making it difficult for the micro businesses to die? Micro businesses are the engine room of any economy in any country. And when you talk about microeconomy, you're looking at good power supply. If there is no good power supply, how does a small business survive? A barbing salon, it needs power supply to run his barbing equipment. And if there is no power supply from the distributors of electricity, he would want to resort to generator. He goes to the filling station and they tell him that liter of PMS is 1,400. And he looks at his purse. How much does he even have? When he buys it at that cost, he comes back to his shop and increase the amount I'm going to pay to barb my hair. And when that amount is too high for me, I go carry afro as a man. I go carry afro. I go comb my hair. They go. And when nobody goes to barb their hair, the barber will close down. One down, many to go. So are they not thinking about all of this? Because clearly the government are saying the epileptic nature of our power supply. Hence, they have solar. They are now running on solar. Solar is the main, and distribution company distributing power to them is the alternative. So how many people can afford to power their homes with solar power? How many people? Do you know how much it costs? So what are we talking about? We are simply killing the economy. See, we cannot be killing the economy and say you are reviving it, you are revamping it. It's not true. You are pulling both ends against the middle and you're saying you are doing what? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what they are doing. But what I believe is that we could do better. If we have the intention, if we are deliberate, we go feel do better. Because this is what we are saying, giving excuses of what, they no hold water. They no hold water at all. Because for any country that is serious about its economy and wants to revamp the economy from where you met it to a better place, you have to make sure that businesses thrive. Because if you don't do that, you are simply killing the economy in the name of reviving it, in the name of it. You are killing it. There is nothing, what do you want to tell me? A small factory that produces something that has employed a number of workers. Because you don't have power supply, you can't run. And now you want to run on a generator. You go to the Philippines and pay so much to buy your diesel. So you are thinking of upsiding your staff. That is one problem. On the other hand, again, you are looking at increasing the cost of your products. And at the end of the day, all the heavy load will be pushed back to the people, to the citizens. Why should we be happy with you? Why should we commend you? I don't like pretending. We pretend a lot in this country. We support what is not right. We pretend, maybe because we are benefiting off that system, or maybe because we are a friend of somebody, or maybe because because we are tribalistic, or we are playing the religion card, or we play a lot of cards. We play partisan cards or party cards or whatever you're going to call it. We play too many bad cards. For me, I'm not going to buy what the minister said, because you came in there to come and solve a problem. If you cannot solve it, please excuse yourself and let somebody else call me. Because the excuse he has given us is what he has given Mr. President. And the president will sit as, okay, so go and provide solution. What solution is he going to provide? Because he's busy. He's busy. He wants to go into politics. He wants to do something. He's doing it.
Just hold your thought. Let's pick this call before we wrap it up. Good morning. Yes. Good morning, Mrs. Oboli.
For saying you want to start to say.
Hmm.
Assuming after this apology, the minister resigned and said he can't push on, let somebody else come and take the mantle of leadership. Or after the apology, the light was fixed immediately and everything went back to status quo. And, small businesses are not closing up the way everyone is fighting it. I would say, okay, maybe we can listen. But right now, after all said and done, what you could not fix in how many years, I don't feel this apology is just for the optics. He has a higher aim and objective. And so he's just trying to make everything look good. Nothing can look good. Nothing can ever look the same. Mention one thing, that life does not power in this country. That I will wait to get one thing. Because we see as center or part of our lives. Come, you live properly. You said it this morning that people are going to their offices just because they want to power their power banks, they want to charge their phones, so they go early so that the management will still be up and running. What I'm trying to say here, small businesses are packing up. The pepper seller that blends pepper, puts in the fridge, the market woman that keeps frozen food everywhere, what them to do? You can't even cook and store in your fridge any longer, and then you come out to. Will that save the pot of soup of the people that have gotten spoiled? See, it's not about so that people are wasting life. Your own is to give me power supply. Whether I don't off my life, whether I don't off my fridge. I told you this morning. Till now, they won't make an on and back because it said we are not conserving energy. Give me the power. I give you the money. Just have me already. And if you cannot do it, if you need that thing, let somebody else come and do it. What will apology do? If you cannot fix anything, you might as well just leave the table and let somebody else come and take on the mantle of leadership. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you to Miss Oboli. Ibn Habobuki, I think this is where we'll just wrap it up before we go. Maybe tomorrow we can pick up on the conversation. So sorry to cut you short, Ibn Abo, on this, but a lot is going on. And this morning on the Daily News Review, I don't know where I even found the words to even talk, because see me now, every day I work myself office today, and I say I carry power bank, everything come to contract because there's no light at home. I cannot go and be buying fuel. Eh? Well, it is what we thought so. Anyway, thank you so much, Binabo and Buki, for today. Let's do this again tomorrow, God's willing. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and to each and every one of you who tuned in to listen to HerLens this morning, we say a very big thank you. Join us again tomorrow. For now, do want to stay with us. Coming up next is Radio Doctor.